Before I get started and subject you guys to my boring voice, think 17 equals senator, 7 senator equals 17. They sound the same, right? Alright, let's get started. The purpose of the 17th Amendment was to establish the popular election of United States senators and superseded Article 1, Section 3, and Clauses 1 and 2, which stated, and I quote, "The Senate of the United States shall be composed of 2 senators from each state, chosen by the legislature thereof, for 6 years, and each senator shall have 1 vote." Basically, it meant that instead of the state Congress choosing who was going to go into the Senate, the people themselves chose who would be elected in the Senate. Senators were often the leaders of local party organizations with an interest in funneling jobs and contracts back to their states prior to the change. However, the main issue with the Senate was that because they were chosen by state legislatures, special interest groups and political machines could gain power from the inside and manipulate the system to have candidates that favored their policies. This, in effect, turned the Senate into what was labeled as a millionaire's club and made them their puppets, voicing what big businesses wanted instead of what the people wanted. The first proposal to amend the Constitution to elect senators by popular vote was introduced in the United States House of Representatives in 1826 but did not gain substantial support. However, late in the 19th century, some state legislatures deadlocked over a senator election when different parties had control over different houses and Senate vacancies would last years. To solve this, the executive authority in the state without a senator will issue writs of election, which basically means holding an election, but will go to appointments until a new senator is chosen. The rising of the People's Party, or the Populist Party, added further motivation for making the Senate more accountable to the people. People involved in the issue addressed by the proposal included Henry R. Storrs, Andrew Johnson, and William Jennings Bryan. The 17th Amendment happened during the Progressive Era during the 1890s to the 1920s, striving to solve the problems of industrialization, urbanization, immigration, and government corruption. This only added to the fuel of the 17th Amendment as President Theodore Roosevelt, aka the Trust Buster, worked tirelessly to get rid of big businesses inhibiting the manipulation of the government. The amendment was officially ratified April 8, 1913, and solved the problem of state legislatures being controlled, as well as filling the vacancies left behind on Senate seats. You guys got it? Alright, think about it like this. Mr. Anderson can be a representative of the government class, right? But none of us elected him. Wait a minute. A senator's main job is to represent the people living in his or her state in the United States Senate, but I don't see him working to get rid of exams. Are my rights being abridged? Yes, absolutely. Hashtag you have no rights. Period.
Created using pt1.